Good. Max, you said after that start in Colorado that you're just finally pitching again, and that you thought it was leading to success. Does it feel like you're finally back in a rhythm now?
Excuse me, the pasta. Getting in a rhythm, working with Alvy very well, understanding what we need to do. And, I thought today the most important thing was sequencing. I thought we were, mixing up what we want to do, how he's great with it as well. He's understanding kind of how I think and pitch. And, when you catch that rhythm, you kind of know how to keep turning through a lineup and knowing how you're going to face him the first time, the second time, and the third time. And, I had good stuff, but I thought the sequencing was even better.
Is that why you got so many swings and misses on the fastball? I think 15 swings and misses on your fastball. Was it because of the sequencing, you think?
Yeah. I mean, fastball's good, but, it's not, I'm older now. I don't blow the same way as I used to, throw, but, I got so many off-speed pitches that makes the hitters worry about what they have to guard against, and so my fastball plays up because of that. And so, that's where you keep the hitters off balance and never know where it's going, and pitch the location.
You like your fastball better now than you did, say, 6 weeks ago, earlier in the season? The quality of the pitch just had more life on it. Is it that?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's just that I'm pitching better, and when I'm pitching better, I'm locating my off-speed pitches and throwing them in the kind of the areas I want to. Makes the fastball play up. So you can't sit there and say my fastball is better. It's the off speed's better, which then makes the fastball better.
As young as Alvy is, what makes him so good behind the plate?
He just has instincts. You can never teach instincts. You either have it or you don't. He's kind of got that it factor to him. And so, he's got a good head on his shoulders too for being a young kid of wanting to learn. And we got a great clubhouse of the veterans here to learn from, and he's doing a great job of that. So, as good as he's doing right now, for him, he just needs to continue to learn and continue to get experience, and he'll continue to get better. There's still little things in his game he can get better at, and he's showing you, little spurts of what he can do. Like the other night when Otto was throwing like that quick throw down the second, like that was Alvy. So it's little stuff like that you see from him, and he, as long as he has that attitude, he wants to get better every single day, he's gonna be a great player.
Is finding a rhythm even more important this year with the pitch clock, that you don't have as much time to shake off and work your way into?
Well, that's just how you have to work the pitch comm and understanding. I want Alvy to call the game. I don't want to have to override him. I don't want to have to call the pitch unless I really know it. And so that's where we're kind of getting in the rhythm of when I kind of know where the clock's at. Let him call a few, and then if we are running out of time, find a way, like, hey, I need this pitch right now. So that's kind of where we're getting in rhythm of that, of how we use the pitch comm, because we're only using the pitch comm only. We're not using any fingers, and that's a big change for me. It's so foreign to just be on pitch comm, but working with him, we're in a good rhythm because of that.
In the first inning, after they end up with a couple of runs, what are you thinking to yourself or telling yourself in that moment?
Just throw zeros up. If you keep working quick, have quick innings, keep turning it over, and keep our bats at the bat rack. Keep our hitters at the bat rack. Typically good things happen, and great. Obviously, Mark had a great swing today with the home run, and to see him starting to come alive and start catch some fire here. That's what we need. You need a total team effort offensively in order to beat teams. It can't just be Pete in the middle of the lineup hitting homers. It's got to be everybody. And so when you start seeing somebody who's been scuffling, because this is the big leagues, people are going to scuffle. It's great to see when people are scuffling and come out of it and start swinging away and they really catch fire, And so Mark's that guy right now, and he's been going out there giving us huge at bats. And today, with that 2-run homer, that really gave us some breathing room and get the lead and allowed me to go out there and do my job.
Max, what does the past 3 games say about the rotation? You guys are kind of getting into form right now.
Yeah, we're pitching well, but this is the big leagues. Just because you're pitching well today doesn't mean you pitch well tomorrow. There's the Blue Jays are coming in town. They're a great team. Then we go to Atlanta. They're a great team. So yeah, you get a pat on the back today, but that doesn't mean anything about tomorrow.
After the way the season started, do you have a sense of relief, satisfaction, whatever, to be pitching like yourself again?
No, because I'm just pitching like myself. I know what I can do.
Before the fifth, I think you had some words with Tripp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't seem happy. What was going on there?
Yeah, that's where I only had, you're supposed to get 8 warm-up pitches, and I had 7, and I asked for, can I get the 8th pitch? Can I do my normal routine warm-up? And he's telling me it's a clock, and that's what's so frustrating is that, look, I'm doing my normal routine. Why do we need to step through the game and have the umpires, change routines when it's not my fault of what's going on here? That's I'm talking to Tripp, and he's sitting there saying like it's not, I can't do anything about it because if I let you throw the pitch, then MLB gets mad at him. And so this goes back to why do we need a pitch clock for that situation? If I throw one more pitch, I'm 1 second slower? Like, why can't the umpire have discretion in that situation to allow a pitcher to throw his 8 normal warm-up pitches? Why do we have to be so anal about this to have the clock up everybody's face, shoving it in everybody's face, and try to step out every little single second that's going through the game? And so it's situations like that that really are frustrating for not only pitchers, players, but even the umpires. And that's what Tripp says. Like Tripp's handcuffed. Why is Tripp handcuffed to not allow something normal, a normal routine, just a normal routine? Why can't Tripp make that call? And so, he was actually, compliment. He said, thank you for speaking out for the umpires, because the umpires want to have that discretion. They want to allow the game to be normal. But the umpires are frustrated, as we are, that the game's not normal, that we're just living and dying by the clock. And so, that was our conversation. I said, look, I'll speak for you. That we're too far. Like I said, we're way too far. Thinking about the clock in every single situation instead of letting players have their normal routines.
In past years, they give you that pitch?
Oh, 100%, 100%.
All right.
Mark, can you just talk about how you're seeing the ball right now, obviously over the last 2 games, and how you've managed to stay patient and keep at your routine?
Yeah, I'm just trying to have good at bats. Really not trying to do too much today. When I hit that homer, we had a runner on second. I was just trying to hit a single up the middle, and sometimes when you kind of make the moment smaller than it is and not try to do too much, good things happen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just trying to get a good pitch to hit there and do something, drive a run in.
You ever daydream about playing the Phillies all the time?
I think it's just coincidental that I'm doing well against the Phillies, but it's a divisional opponent, so I'm happy to help. And these are big wins that are great to get.
You're 17-5 against them in the last 22 games.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we got to keep it going. I think we haven't been as great as we should have been in the first couple months, and we're making up a little bit of ground. But I think we got to just keep going, and not focus on, keep looking ahead and not get too high on this one, not get too low when the lows happen, and just keep going. Just keep going. I think we got a lot of good things going on in here in the clubhouse, and a lot of guys are going pretty good, and just keep your head down and keep pushing.
We even talked about this a couple of days ago. It's not just one hitter who happens to be particularly hot. It seems to be spreading around up down the lineup.
Absolutely. Today, great at bats again, all the way up and down the lineup, and I'm a believer if you just keep putting those quality bats together, eventually it clicks, and we've done that, and we've done it relentlessly, and that's really good, and we just have to keep doing it. It's a marathon, as we know.
I think you drifted toward right field, or at least in that area after running first base. What was that about?
I just give the bullpen guys a little love every time, just to, there was a couple weeks ago we were celebrating Robertson's, oh God, I don't want to mess this up, 1,000?
Strikeout.
1,000
Strikeout.
strikeout? Is that what it was?
DC.
Okay. Yeah, and they were helping me out one night late at the hotel, and I kind of give those guys a lot of credit for helping me and being great teammates and stuff like that.
Is there anything kind of tangible that you can take from these last 2 days that's kind of clicked in, whether it's approach or anything mechanically?
I mean, if anything, it's an overarching statement of all it takes is a couple of good swings to get you feeling good. I mean, if you look at my last couple of days, I've had 3 good swings, and all of a sudden in 48 hours, it's gone from me having the story been struggling, Mark Canha struggling, and that now I'm picking it up, you know. So like all it takes is a few good swings and to bring you back, and that's something to keep in mind always, I think, and just never mentally, just to help you kind of get through those ruts. It's just doesn't take long to find it, and you know, I lean on my experience and from the past to help me get through those, and I'm always reminded.
Mark, you guys, West Jews, always talk about passing the baton and running up with bring for the advantage. We've seen more of that in the last couple of weeks. Is that something you guys talk about?
Yeah, all the time. It's so important. You know, the home runs are great and everything, but it's those little things that can get an offense going. The things that don't necessarily stand out in the scorebook, the walks here and there. Today, one of the, nobody will talk about this, but me and Francisco Alvarez got out on 2 pitches in 1 inning, and then Nimmo comes up and draws a walk. That could have been ugly there. We could have had a 4 or 5 pitch inning. Nimmo extends the inning. We get another base runner, and then we get a run. You know, it went from being a potentially really ugly inning to offensively to a great inning. So give Brandon Nimmo a lot of credit for that. Just little things like that I think are the real kind of substance to how an offense can get going.
Very pleased. What was that feeling to be able to come in and get the job done like that?
Honestly, before that at bat happened, I was thinking about a situation where there was a runner on third and I come up and I did exactly what I wanted to do. Just make hard contact or hit a pop fly or hit a ground ball through the middle just to score the run. That was my job in that situation, and that's all I wanted to do.
At what point were you visualizing that?
Probably when I was in the dugout and it was like, actually, no, when Brett hit the double and he was on second base, I was like, okay, Marte moves him over and I'm going to get the job done. And he bunted him over and I was like, all right, let's do it.
At what point did Buck or somebody tell you that you were going to pinch hit there against the lefty?
The inning before.
So you knew it was coming up?
Yeah.
How tough is that to do when you're cold on the bench to return the next?
I can't really, I was prepared for it. I got ready because in between innings I'll go in the cages, take some swings. So it wasn't really that tough. I was prepared for it.
What's the mental adjustment for you as a player who's normally playing every day, starting to get used to this kind of pinch hit role?
It's an adjustment, honestly. This game is all about adjusting, and I'm adjusting to my role right now, and I feel like I'm doing a good job, and I'm working hard every day, so that's all I can do right now at this moment.
What's been the key to that, being able to be successful?
Just taking it as like I'm playing every single day.
How do you stay mentally engaged on the bench during games?
Just watching. Honestly, watching every pitch, asking questions with my teammates about the game, what's going on. I just try to stay locked in as much as possible I can, because the game is always intense and every game matters, so you have to stay locked in no matter what.
How much of a boost is it that you've been able to answer the call virtually every time you've come to, they've called for it?
No, it's all my hard work paying off. Just doing my thing before the game, my pre-game routine, all the stuff we do with Cora, with Barnesy, with Chavi, all the guys. Just doing all that before the game is going to pay off. Just my preparation.
That second fly was, I believe, your hardest hit ball in the majors.
Mm-hmm.
Did it feel it?
I felt that I hit it hard. I was talking to the ball. I was like, hey, go over his head, but I got the job done, so.
Thanks.